The Supreme Court chamber was a picture of solemnity, its marble walls echoing the weight of history. Judge Amy Coney Barrett, known for her razor-sharp legal reasoning, stood poised at the bench. She had just delivered what was supposed to be a straightforward ruling. It was a case about whether artificial intelligence-generated content could be regulated under existing laws, a seemingly mundane issue in the fast-evolving world of technology. But the stakes were anything but small. Musk had built an empire on his promise of a world where technology, free speech, and regulation would not be at odds. His latest venture, Neural Systems, was designed to be a bastion of uncensored, open-source AI. A bold vision, one that many saw as revolutionary, while others feared it would destabilize the regulatory frameworks already in place. However, no one expected what happened next. As Barrett finished reading the decision, Musk sat in the back of the courtroom, an unreadable expression on his face. He was, after all, the target of a fine, a $27 million penalty levied against his company due to an obscure clause in the Communications Act of 1934 that the court had invoked. But rather than show the slightest sign of concern, Musk stood up, pulled out his phone, and began typing. Within seconds, every phone in the courtroom buzzed with the same message: "Challenge accepted. See you Monday." It was a cryptic declaration that sent a wave of shock through the room. The justices exchanged confused glances, wondering what Musk was planning. The implications were monumental. What had been intended as a regulatory check on a billionaire tech mogul was now shaping up to be something far more explosive, something that could redefine the intersection of government, law, and technology. While Washington scrambled to understand what Musk had done, the media began speculating. Legal experts and political commentators flooded television and social media, dissecting the ramifications of this unprecedented defiance. Musk had not merely challenged the fine, he had set a course to challenge the very authority of the Supreme Court itself. Musk's declaration that he would respond with something beyond lawyers, something he understood best, technology, was not a hollow boast. Just 3 hours later, he went live on his platform to his 147 million followers. His message was direct, confident, and chilling. Today, 9 unelected judges decided they should control the future of artificial intelligence. I'm not paying their fine. And on Monday, I'll show America why. As Monday approached, the story of Musk's defiance and Barrett's ruling dominated the news. Legal experts, pundits, and even members of Congress weighed in on what would unfold next. Some saw Musk's move as a brazen act of defiance, an attempt to break the back of a regulatory system that was trying to catch up with the rapid advancement of AI. Others were more sympathetic, arguing that Barrett's ruling had inadvertently given Musk an opportunity to demonstrate just how outdated the current regulatory framework was. The controversy escalated further when it was revealed that Neural Systems had begun work on a project called Barrett Override. The name alone sent shockwaves through Washington. Legal experts and government officials feared that Musk was using his vast technological resources to build something that could undermine the court's ruling entirely. Just a day before the scheduled court reconvening, a document leaked from Neural Systems showed that Musk had redirected the company's resources to develop a sophisticated AI system, a constitutional analysis engine. This new technology, Musk claimed, was capable of processing legal documents faster than any human being could, analyzing every Supreme Court decision, every precedent, and every constitutional argument in real time. It was an AI that could analyze the very ruling that had triggered the fine, and potentially overturn its implications. On Monday morning, a nationwide audience sat in front of their screens, waiting to see what Musk would do next. At 9 a.m. sharp, when the Supreme Court session was set to begin, Neural Systems headquarters in Austin, Texas, lit up with a massive countdown clock. The screen flickered, and suddenly, Musk's face appeared, broadcast across every platform, directly addressing the nation. "Good morning, America," Musk began. "Today, I'm not going to fight this ruling with lawyers. I'm going to fight it with what I do best, technology." He gestured to a sleek interface that appeared behind him, labeled the Constitutional Analysis Engine. The AI began to process legal documents on the screen, analyzing them at lightning speed. Musk clicked a button, and a series of legal contradictions popped up on the screen. For example, Musk continued, "This ruling references Section 47.3b of the Communications Act. But it directly contradicts the court's own decision in NetChoice versus Paxton from 2023, where it ruled that algorithm-based content creation is protected speech." This ruling also triggers 4 other laws that the court clearly didn't intend to invoke. The court watched in stunned silence as Musk continued. He wasn't just challenging the fine, he was publicly fact-checking the court's ruling in real time, showing that the legal arguments were flawed and incomplete. Then came the bombshell: "I'm not just paying the $27 million fine. I'm donating $270 million to establish constitutional AI research centers at law schools across America. And this AI technology? It's going open source, beyond any government's control, including ours." The aftermath of Musk's bold declaration was immediate and far-reaching. Supporters rallied outside Neural Systems headquarters, while critics scrambled to voice their disapproval. The media coverage was relentless as legal scholars, politicians, and technologists weighed in on Musk's audacious move. Barrett, who had been widely respected for her careful legal reasoning, now found herself facing an unprecedented challenge. In the following weeks, the legal landscape began to shift. The very nature of legal analysis had changed. Ordinary citizens, empowered by Musk's AI, were now able to navigate complex legal questions and challenges that had previously required expensive lawyers. Success stories poured in from across the country. A homeowner in Arizona used the AI to fight an eminent domain claim. A small business in Maine used it to navigate FDA regulations. For many, what Musk had done wasn't just a technological leap, it was a legal revolution. The White House struggled to formulate a response. On one hand, there were fears about a billionaire tech mogul controlling the future of constitutional interpretation. On the other, the democratization of legal knowledge was too significant to ignore. Senate hearings followed, with Musk testifying that while he had contingency plans in place, the specific response was designed only after Barrett's ruling. What had started as a legal battle between a Supreme Court justice and a tech mogul had evolved into something far larger. The constitutional analysis engine was quickly adopted by law schools and government agencies alike, reshaping legal research and public access to justice. Barrett, in an interview several months later, acknowledged the unforeseen consequences of her ruling. "The Constitution doesn't belong to the courts," she said. "It belongs to the American people. And if technology can make its principles more accessible, then that aligns with the founder's vision." Musk, ever the innovator, summed up the impact of the entire event in one tweet: "Sometimes accidents make history."